What do you do for a living?
Whatever I need to do, honestly.
Ma'am, what does that even mean?
I do, little dabble here, little dabble there, just different stuff.
You know what? You obviously came here to waste my time, and I am not about to play with you.
Shopper. Have you ever encountered someone so mind-bendingly clueless that you feel like calling their parents to apologize for the entire situation? Because that's exactly what's happening here. More sarcastic. Ever meet someone so impressively out of touch that you want to phone their parents and apologize on their behalf? Well, buckle up, here's Exhibit A. More humorous. Have you ever met someone so spectacularly lost that you consider calling their parents just to say, "My condolences"? Yeah, that's the vibe right now. Less harsh but still witty. Ever run into someone so unbelievably confused that you feel tempted to call their parents and apologize for the chaos? Because I think I just did.
My daughter, who's living some type of life that I have no idea what it is, she drops her kids off every day and does what she wants to and doesn't leave any money for food or for any kind of things that the kids need. So
Narrative,
I need some help financially.
empathetic. Look at this poor man. You can almost hear the exhaustion in his voice. He should be spending his retirement on leisurely walks, quiet mornings, and sunsets with a glass of wine. Instead, he's pulling double shifts as an unpaid nanny for his daughter, rewarded only with sighs and ungrateful looks. More dramatic. Just look at him, the weariness practically echoes in his voice. Retirement was supposed to mean long walks, peaceful mornings, and wine at dusk. Instead, his daughter has him working overtime as an unpaid nanny, and all he gets in return are eye rolls and thanklessness. Slightly humorous but still sympathetic. Poor guy, you can practically hear the pain in every word. Retirement should be long strolls, slow mornings, and a well-earned glass of wine at sunset. Instead, his daughter's got him running double time as an unpaid nanny, rewarded only with dramatic eye rolls and zero appreciation. Gentler, less accusatory. Look at this tired man. You can hear how worn out he is. Retirement was meant to be peaceful walks, quiet mornings, and sunset wine, but instead he's helping out far more than he expected, serving as a full-time caregiver with little acknowledgement.
She doesn't give me anything. I mean, just me giving my money out of my pocket that I retired with. So I need some help, seriously.
Okay, and where did you retire from?
From the school district.
Okay. How long were you there?
20 years.
Okay, great. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And thank you for...
Sharply worded, but generalized. No pay, no gratitude, no respect. Is he your father or someone you just found on the sidewalk? It's absurd. The man spent 20 years serving in the school district, and now his own daughter behaves like she couldn't spell respect even if you spotted her the R and the E. Dramatic and snarky. Nothing, no money, no thanks, no respect. Is this her father or some random man she dragged in from the street? Ridiculous. After 20 years working in the school district, he deserves better than a daughter who can't even spell respect with a head start. Humorous but still pointed. No compensation, no appreciation, not even basic respect. Is he her dad or a guy she just scooped up off the curb? The man put in 20 years at the school district. Shame his daughter acts like she needs the first two letters of respect handed to her and still wouldn't get it. Softer but still expressive. He's getting no pay, no thanks, and barely any respect. Hard to believe this is how her own father is treated. After 20 years in the school district, he deserves a daughter who knows the meaning of respect, or at least how to spell it.
You have to say for yourself. First off, let me ask this question. Is what he just said true?
I mean,
It's a yes or a no. Is what he just said true?
Yes.
Direct and bold. Judge Vonda doesn't waste a second. She cuts straight to the point, stays on target, and has no patience for the kind of antics Miss Dabble brings to the courtroom. Snappy and dramatic. Judge Vonda isn't here for delays or excuses. She fires off the truth with perfect aim and has zero tolerance for the games Miss Dabble tries to play. Humorous but still firm. Judge Vonda moves fast. No stalling, no nonsense. She delivers her verdicts with precision and has no time for the little detours Miss Dabble is famous for. Smoother and less sharp. Judge Vonda keeps things moving. She's direct, focused, and has little patience for the distractions Miss Dabble tends to bring.
It's nothing wrong with me. It's just stuff I be needing to do, and I need somebody to watch the kids, so I take them over there.
Every day?
Yes, every day. I don't see the issue.
Excuse me. You all will not address each other. You will address me.
Strong and direct. You really don't see the problem? The issue is simple, Miss Dabble. Those are your kids. They're your responsibility. Can't look after them because of work? Fine. Drop them off at your dad's. But every single day. And who do you work for again? Right, the CIA. More dramatic, courtroom style. You don't see the problem? Come on. They're your children, Miss Dabble. Taking care of them is on you. If you've got to work, that's understandable. Take them to your father. But every day you're gone, working for the CIA, and somehow it's still not your fault. Snappy and sarcastic. You really don't see it. The issue is that they're your kids, Miss Dabble. Your job to care for them. If you can't because you're working, that's fine. Your dad can help. But day after day. And who do you work for again? Oh, that's right. The CIA. Slightly toned down but still firm. You don't understand the issue? It's this. They're your children, Miss Dabble. Their care is your responsibility. If work gets in the way, your dad can step in, sure. But every day. And you're working for the CIA, no less. If you want it harsher, lighter, funnier, or more formal, I can tweak it.
I definitely understand Dad's frustration, and I'm going to ask you too. Every day you have something to do that requires you to be away from your kids. How many kids are we talking?
Two.
Two. You left 2 kids with him? What do you have to do, ma'am, that's so important every day that you cannot have your own kids?
Direct and biting. Oh, so you do understand how money works. Shocking, considering the way you behave. You drop your kids at your father's house every single day without giving him a dime for taking care of them. Think it doesn't cost anything? Try handling your own kids for a week, just to see what it's actually like. Snarky courtroom style. So you can grasp money? That's interesting, because nothing in your behavior suggests you do. You leave your kids with your dad daily and don't offer him a cent for the trouble. You think childcare is free? Try looking after them yourself for a week and see how that feels. Sharper but generalized. Oh, so money does make sense to you. Funny, I wouldn't have guessed from your actions. You're dropping your kids off at your father's every day without paying him anything for the workload. Think it's no big deal? Spend a week caring for them yourself and see what the real cost is. More measured, still firm. So you do understand how finances work. Good. Because dropping your kids off with your father every day and offering no compensation isn't exactly fair. Childcare isn't free. Maybe try taking care of them for a full week and see what it actually requires.
Last legitimate job that you had?
I was a waitress
Okay, where?
at a club.
Is that what you call it? Waitressing?
Yes, it was waitressing. What else was I doing?
You don't want me to tell you.
Direct and sharp, but moderated. Ah, now it all adds up. So, Christy, you're getting paid mostly in singles? Fine, that's not the problem. The issue is showing some responsibility and pitching in for everything your dad does for your kids. No one is asking you to bring them to work. Please, don't. But at least step up and act like a parent once in a while. Snappy and courtroom style. Oh, that explains it. Christy, maybe your paycheck comes in singles. No judgment. But you can still take responsibility and contribute something for all the childcare your father provides. No one wants you bringing the kids to your job. Seriously, don't. Just show up as a mom every now and then. Humorous but still pointed. Ah, now it makes sense. Christy, sounds like you're getting paid in singles. That's not the issue. The real issue is giving your dad some support for everything he does for your kids. Nobody expects you to take them to work, definitely don't, but at least show some mom energy once in a while. Smoother, less biting. Now I see the picture. Christy, even if you're paid mostly in singles, that's not the point. You can still help your dad with the costs of caring for your kids. No one wants you taking them to work, of course. Just try to be a bit more present as their mom.
Heard, he don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Who told him that? The streets?
I guess so. The streets had to tell him.
Well, I hear the streets tell the truth, right?
Sometimes.
They talk, right?
The streets talk, but sometimes the streets be lying, and that's what they doing at
Well,
this moment.
I don't think they're lying on you now, ma'am. Every day your kids are with your dad. No.
So the streets are lying now. Okay. What will you say next? That the whole world is against you, trying to make you look bad on purpose? Girl, it's not the world. It's you.
You were working at that club. How much money were you bringing home monthly?
Between $7,000 to $8,000 a month.
All right. Okay. And that's all tips?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Strong and firm. That's a solid payout, Christy. You're clearly not as strapped for cash as you make it seem. So what's really going on? Is it something personal, a leftover conflict with your father you've never dealt with? Whatever the reason, it's time to get it together. You can't keep sidestepping your responsibilities in the present because of old wounds that may not have even been there to begin with. Courtroom style. Snappy. Pretty good paycheck, Christy. You're not nearly as broke as you claim. So what's the real issue? Some unresolved grudge against your father? Whatever the story is, it's time to straighten up. You can't keep ducking your responsibilities just because of past grievances, especially ones that might not have existed in the first place. Pointed but not hostile. That's a respectable amount of money, Christy. You're not as financially desperate as you let on. So what's behind this behavior? A personal conflict you've never addressed with your father? Whatever it is, it's time to step up. The past, real or imagined, doesn't excuse avoiding what you need to handle now. Calmer but still expressive. That's a fair paycheck, Christy, so you're clearly not as broke as you say. If something personal is going on between you and your father, fine, but it's still on you to show up for your responsibilities today. The past doesn't give you a pass, especially if there's no real grievance to point to.
going to do is base your child support on that $7,000 a month. So that would bring your yearly salary to $84,000 a year. Yeah, you can shake your head all you want to, but that's exactly what I'm going to do, ma'am. This is extremely disappointing.
Firm and courtroom style. Oh, you don't like the verdict? Tough. Actions have consequences. In this world, everyone has to take responsibility. You can't outrun it forever. You brought those children into the world, and now you're accountable for their care or, at the very least, for supporting the person who's doing that work. Snappy but not hostile. So the verdict doesn't sit well with you? Too bad. That's what happens when responsibility catches up. You made those kids, and it's on you to take care of them, or at least help the person who's stepping in for you. Direct and dramatic. Oh, the verdict isn't what you wanted? That's unfortunate, but it's a result of your own choices. Everyone has to own their responsibilities. You had those babies, and now you need to care for them or support the one who is. More neutral but still firm. You're unhappy with the verdict? I get that, but responsibility is still yours to carry. You brought those children into the world, and part of being a parent is either caring for them yourself or supporting the person who is.
You leave your kids every day with your dad, and you're not giving him any type of financial support. What are these kids on, they receive any type of government assistance or anything?
She gets food stamps every month.
Oh,
and I
no,
don't see
ma'am.
any.
You get food stamps? Where are the food stamps going?
Direct and firm. That's going too far, Christy. You even get food stamps, so the system is stepping in to make sure your kids don't go hungry. And yet, it feels like you don't care. No thought, no consideration, it's really disappointing. Snappy and pointed. That's crossing the line, Christy. Even the government is helping ensure your children don't go hungry, and still it seems like you pay it no mind. No care, no thought, it's disheartening. Dramatic, but slightly softer. That's too much, Christy. With food stamps in play, there's support to make sure your children are fed. But your lack of concern is clear. No consideration, no care. It's genuinely disappointing. Courtroom style. Critical. That's excessive, Christy. Even with food stamps helping your kids, the responsibility still falls on you. Yet there's no sign of care or thought, just disregard. That's truly disappointing. I can also make a version more sarcastic, harsher, or humorous if you want it to land with more punch. Do you want me to do that?
Any money from those food stamps?
No.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. So this is what we're going to do. Salary, $84,000 a year. That brings your gross to $7,000. Your net to $5,508.87, which will make your child support obligation $1,300.
Direct and celebratory. Boom. That's exactly what you deserve. Honestly, this might be one of Judge Vonda's sweetest verdicts yet. She's probably thrilled inside. Justice has finally been served. Snappy and courtroom style. Boom. Right on the mark. This has to be one of Judge Vonda's most satisfying verdicts. She must be over the moon. Justice is served at last. Dramatic and emphatic. Boom. That's what justice looks like. Judge Vonda couldn't have handed down a sweeter verdict if she tried. Finally, fairness wins. Slightly lighter, playful. Boom. Exactly what was coming. Even Judge Vonda has to be feeling a little victorious inside. One of her sweetest verdicts ever. Justice has finally had its day. I can also make it even punchier, funnier, or more sarcastic if you want it to hit harder. Do you want me to do that?
You said that you were receiving. Don't look confused. I don't even want to hear it.
I can't pay that every month.
You were not making those faces when you were out in those streets.
But
so
I
don't come in
can't.
here trying to make. Excuse me. Don't come in here trying to make those faces. I am not trying to.
Punchy and vivid. You read her like an open book, Judge Vonda, and crushed her like a messy plot twist ruins a low-budget soap opera. Total knockout. Fatality, Judge style. Snappy and humorous. Judge Vonda, you read her like a book, and obliterated her like a terrible plot twist wrecks a cheap soap opera. Absolute fatality. Dramatic and playful. You dissected her perfectly, Judge Vonda, and demolished her like a chaotic plot twist destroying a bad soap opera. Complete and utter fatality. Slick and comic book style. Judge Vonda, you read her like an open book, and ended her like a shocking plot twist in a bargain bin soap opera. Fatality, executed flawlessly. I can also make it even funnier, darker, or more cinematic if you want it to hit even harder.
The man living with her too, so just in case you didn't know.
You don't need to tell her who in my house though, Daddy.
You
like
know
for
what?
real.
Okay.
I'm just telling the truth. I mean, it is what it is.
It sounds like
And
Daddy
you're
telling
just
the truth.
tattletelling.
Well, it sounds like he needs to tattletale on you. Somebody need to. You are ridiculous right now. Sir,
Yes.
she receives food stamps, so I'm assuming there's some Medicaid or something
Yes,
these kids are getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Dramatic, still punchy. So you've got a man too? Let me guess, he's another freeloader in the mix. Figures. All those food stamps must be going somewhere. Feeding someone else's full-grown child, huh? You're really committed to winning the title of Worst Mom in the Script, aren't you? Snarky, show style. Oh, you've got a man in the picture? Is he another one who lives off everyone else? Wouldn't be surprising. Looks like those food stamps are stretching to cover one more grown adult. You're really auditioning for Worst Parent of the Season, aren't you? Less sharp but still playful. So there's a man involved, too? And he's not exactly contributing either? No wonder those food stamps vanish fast. It's like you're trying to secure the award for Most Questionable Choices in Parenting. If you want it even more dramatic, soap opera style, sarcastic, or humorous, just tell me the vibe.
What I'm going to do is do 9% of that $7,000 for your reimbursement to Medicaid. That comes out to $496. So $1,377 plus the $496 reimbursement to Medicaid that make your total monthly child support obligation $1,873.
Punchy and playful. Wow. It just keeps getting better, or worse, for Little Miss DAV. Looks like she's not a fan of this courthouse drama. Want a refund? First, pay your dues, girl. Snarky and dramatic. Wow. Things just keep spiraling for Little Miss DAV. Clearly, Courthouse drama isn't her thing. Thinking about a refund? Sorry, you have to settle your tab first. Show style. Humorous. Wow. The saga continues for Little Miss DAV. She's definitely not enjoying this courthouse drama. Want a do-over? First, you've got to pay your dues. Sassy and theatrical. Wow. It just keeps getting messier for Little Miss DAV. She clearly hates this courtroom drama. Refunds aren't free. First, girl, you've got to pay your dues. I can also make it even snarkier, funnier, or more dramatic, like a soap opera narration. Do you want me to do that?
I don't even know men that pay that much money every month, so why I gotta pay that every month?
I don't know too many women that just take their kids and go drop them off at their parents' house and they have a whole man staying in the house with them.
Direct and firm. That's a savage burn. Judge Vonda, did you really think dragging gender inequality into this would help? Christy, it's not about being a man or a woman. It's about owning your responsibilities. Snappy and dramatic. Wow, that's brutal. Judge Vonda, did you actually think the gender card would sway things? Christy, this isn't about gender. It's about stepping up and handling your duties. Playful but pointed. Ouch, that's a burn for the books. Judge Vonda, did bringing up gender inequality really strengthen your argument? Christy, it's not a matter of man versus woman. It's a matter of responsibility. Courtroom style, slightly theatrical. That's a knockout burn. Judge Vonda, seriously, using the gender inequality angle? Christy, this isn't about men or women. This is about who takes responsibility. I can also make a version even snarkier, funnier, or more dramatic, like a TV courtroom narration. Do you want me to do that?
Anything further, ma'am?
No, I guess I need to go make some money in these streets for that.
Okay, well,
almost
you know what?
$2,000
That is your business. As long as these streets pay Pawpaw $1,873 a month in child support. Sir, is there anything further?
No, ma'am. Yep. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Oh. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Direct and affirming. That's exactly what you need to do, Christy. Finally, you got it right. Good job, Little Miss Dabble. Really, good job. Snappy and playful. Exactly, Christy. That's the way to do it. Finally. Well done, Little Miss Dabble. Good job. Slightly sarcastic but warm. Now that's what you should be doing, Christy. Glad to see you finally figured it out. Good job, Little Miss Dabble. Keep it up. Courtroom style dramatic. That's the right move, Christy. About time you got it. Excellent work, Little Miss Dabble. Truly, good job. I can also make it more playful, sarcastic, or theatrical like a TV narration if you want it to hit harder.